Governing body claimed it would be the first carbon-neutral tournament, but environmentalists are furious and are now challenging that claim. In an open letter, a group of professional footballers are also demanding that FIFA drops its carbon-neutral claim, with one telling the BBC that the tournament is an absolute disaster in terms of its environmental footprint. Our sports editor, Dan Roan, reports.
Despite being staged in the desert kingdom of Qatar, organisers of the upcoming World Cup have long hailed the green credentials of the event. This recyclable stadium, just one of a number of initiatives promoted by high-profile tournament ambassadors.
The Qatar World Cup has set a real example in sustainability and what can be achieved.
But today, FIFA's official forecast of
the real story is his carbon
footprint was disputed by one renowned climate scientist.
They're estimating 3.6 million tonnes. We think it's way over the 10 million tonne mark, so 3 times that at least. The idea that they've somehow made it green by cheap, nasty so-called offsets that just don't undo the damage from the emissions at all, to become carbon neutral, that doesn't stack up at all.
Despite the impact of constructing 7 new stadia in tiny Qatar, one of the highest carbon-emitting countries per capita in the world, and the flights of more than 1 million fans, FIFA claims the footprint will be offset.
Our joint pledge to make this next major tournament fully carbon neutral.
But the BBC can reveal that that claim is now the subject of a series of formal complaints by environmental campaigners to advertising standards authorities in 5 countries across Europe. This one, filed in the UK, says that statements related to the carbon neutrality of the World Cup were wrong and likely to mislead consumers, relying on deeply flawed carbon accounting calculations. Meanwhile, a host of footballers, including Norway international Morten Thorsby, have signed an open letter to FIFA asking it to scrap its claims of carbon neutrality.
This tournament is an absolute disaster in terms of also its environmental footprint. World Cup is extremely important, but it's saying we have to make it more sustainable. We have to work and find solutions to make it better.
FIFA says it's taking concrete steps, such as energy-efficient stadia and offsetting emissions through investing in certified carbon credits. In a statement, it said it was fully aware of the impacts mega events have and had been making substantial efforts to tackle them, and remains committed to continuously improve its approaches in collaboration with key stakeholders. Qatar's organising committee, meanwhile, emphasised that no internal flights would be required at this most compact of World Cups, pointing to a fleet of hundreds of electric buses and vowing the stadium would remain in use after the event. But despite the excitement they generate, the concern is that the sheer scale of such events now means fundamental change is required if they're ever to be truly sustainable. Dan Roan, BBC News.
Council leaders